Maurice Benard, General Hospital star Sonny Corinthos, looks fine as mulled wine after announcing that he just returned from a trip with an amazing sidekick. Fans of the daytime drama on ABC agreed that his new look seemed awesome as well. Read on and see the photo. Maurice took to his Instagram profile page at the end of April and shared a short reel of himself set to the music of Three Dog Night's Mama Told Me. He and his sidekick, Sensi Majid Reyes, appeared to be in an airport, as passengers with luggage were in the background. In the reel, Reyes asked a relaxed-looking Maurice, "How do you feel after the Bahamas?" Well, in the company of the stuntman, martial arts expert, actor, and trainer, the real-life Sonny Corinthos certainly looked fine. Maurice Benard told the camera. In his caption, the ABC actor told his fans, "I'm back. We were Bahama-bound at Majid Reyes, and we did it all." He added, "I am ready to go back. Who wants to go with me?" Many people commented on how well Benard looked, especially with a silver gray goatee and a nice tan. One follower told him, "Maurice, you look wonderful. Love the goatee. Vacation agrees with you." Another Sonny fan wrote, "That tan is everything." More followed. One follower who knows that one of the GH star's first anxiety attacks happened on a plane said, "Hope your Bahamas trip was fabulous and gave you time to explore, rest, and relax. Kudos for flying, Maurice." And he acknowledged that, saying yes. From the comments, other viewers saw that Maurice Benard saw some dolphins and that he enjoyed being with Sensi Majid Reyes. Well, who wouldn't? Anyway, when another follower wrote, "So glad you had a great time, you two bring out the best in each other," the actor popped up 4 red hearts. Some stars announced their return to the USA in the last few days of April or the very beginning of May 2025. So they have likely already resumed or are just about to resume filming. One thing that looks certain is that after spending time with Reyes, Maurice will be ready to get back into his scenes on the set. Hopefully, he can keep the goatee. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Although she reluctantly lets him in, Willow wants nothing to do with Drew, who tries explaining himself as a delighted Nana listens from the sidelines. He tries pointing out that it doesn't even sound like something he'd do, but Willow wonders if she simply doesn't really know him. "The video shows what the video shows," shouts Nina, clearing working to make sure Willow doesn't weaken in the face of his arguments. He asks that Willow trust him, but she says that's all she's done and now she might lose her children because of his actions. It turns out that in Germany, Willow found out just how much Michael hates her and what she's done. Picking up their conversation from yesterday's episode, Laura proves herself intuitive as she asks what her daughter is really up to. Lulu kinda sorta tells her mom what she knows, and that she's struggling with what to do, never revealing she's talking about Brooklyn's baby. Lulu's tired of being told it's not her secret to tell, but wonders if being saddled with the burden of keeping quiet makes it her secret to share. Laura warns her against playing God in someone else's life. Laura brings up how complicated her own situation was with regards to Nicholas and urges Lulu to proceed with caution. Tracy is cackling with delight while reading about Lulu's video of Drew's exploits. "I am sending that girl flowers right now," Tracy says, pushing all of Brooklyn's buttons by declaring the blonde a national treasure. She storms out and Chase follows, learning that she is majorly freaking out over the fact that Lulu's writing an adoption story for the Landview banner. Chase tries getting her to calm down, but that's definitely in the cards. He suggests they go talk to Dante, but she shoots the idea down, adding that she's torn on whether to seek out her child or leave him be. But what she really wants is for Lulu to back off. With that, Chase storms over to Dante's to insist he get Lulu to stop being a pain in Brooklyn's butt. The men bicker back and forth, with Chase asking his pal to convince Lulu she should not do the story. At that same time, Brooklyn apologizes to Tracy, who wants not a mea culpa but an explanation. Why is Brooklyn so worked up over Lulu? Especially given that Brooklyn is in a much better life position than her rival. Yet despite all that, Lulu's mere existence riles you up. Why is that? Tracy wonders. Having heard Jason's version of how AJ died, Gio talks to Tracy. Needless to say, she still doesn't buy the story Sunny's been telling for years. She also makes sure Gio understands one of the unbreakable rules of life in Port Charles. Sunny does Jason's dirty work, whether that means pulling the trigger or telling a lie. She also points out it took a lot for Jason to wind up living in the Quartermain mansion. She says that like Jason, Gio has a lot of potential. She just hopes Sunny doesn't steal that away from him the way the made man did Jason. Joss and Emma are both at the hospital to support Trina and Kay, the latter of whom surgery is slated for today. After they discuss the extra credit project for Professor Dalton, Vaughn summons her into a corner for an update. She shares what she knows. Dalton used a keycard to access a room at the hospital. He took a briefcase into it and later met with Anna at the Savoy. Vaughn seems impressed by the intel she's presented. Emma later invites Joss to a party being held that night. Meanwhile, Trina gives Kai a kiss for good luck as he is rolled into surgery, then joins Joss and Emma in the waiting room. They help protect her from the documentary director. Emma finishes gathering the data that she needs to earn the position with Professor Dalton. Joss joins Vaughn at the elevator bank and discreetly tells him that she needs his help so that they can retrieve the info containing thumb drive, copy the data, corrupt it, and get it back to Emma without her noticing. Vaughn asks if she's really cool with basically betraying a friend. Dante gets a call from Yuri saying that Rocco and Danny made a total mess at the Quartermain boathouse. Confronting the boys, Dante says they're old enough to know better and that they need to go clean up after themselves. While there, the guys decide they're going to crash the beach party, despite it being for college kids. In the final moments, Drew begs Willow to give him a chance. She's never known him to drink or do drugs, let alone behave the way he did last night. He's heading to the hospital to get a blood test and asks that she go with him, which she reluctantly agrees to do. At GH, Laura shows up to sit with Trina while Kay's in surgery. Dante tells Lulu that he needs her help with Brooklyn, and during an emotional confrontation with Tracy, Brooklyn reveals to her gran that Lulu knows she had a baby in high school and is holding it over her head. Things are unraveling fast for Drew Kane, and if he doesn't think fast, he may just lose everything. Drew doesn't know it, but the escort that he had partied with slipped some ketamine into his drink at the Port Charles Grill, and his entire life is going to blow up because of it. The congressman had a grand old time at the Savoy with his new friend, Jacinda. He stumbled into the club, kissing and hanging all over her, before yelling that it was time for body shots. As drugged Drew did body shots off of Jacinda's stomach, on top of the bar, Lulu Spencer filmed it as the top story for the next morning. Jordan Ashford tried to get Drew to leave before he went down in flames, but it was impossible. The congressman had the night of his life as several of Port Charles' heavyweights watched in horror. Willow Corinthos is set to return from Germany the next morning, and you better believe that by the time she is walking through her front door, she has already had an eyeful of Drew's behavior. The reality is, he can't explain it because he doesn't remember any of it, but Willow knows that it has happened because the footage has gone viral. She realizes that she has made a huge mistake in moving herself and her children in with Drew. Willow decides that she is going to move back in with her mother, Nina Reeves, and Drew realizes that he is losing his control over Willow, so he decides to admit to a secret. Drew thinks that if he admits to something, any sort of secret, that it will help to win Willow's trust, so he tells her about his relationship with her mother. He is banking on it preventing Willow from taking off and running to live with Nina. If Willow isn't trusting the man in front of her, then she's not about to run to her mother for help after learning of this lie by omission. Willow is at a breaking point. Who do you think she will see as the lesser of the two evils, Drew or Nina? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Emma Scorpio Drake seems to be hiding a secret. While she seemingly fessed up to Anna Devane as to why she was arrested at her old university and why her files were sealed, now it seems that her agenda could extend far past wanting to save the world. Is Emma a secret agent? General Hospital spoilers note that as a secret agent herself, Anna has an extensive history in super sleuthing. In fact, as she mentioned during the Tuesday, April 29 episode, she rarely believes in coincidences. Anna met Professor Henry Hank Dalton on the April 29 show at the Savoy. After a chat and some flirting, she pieced together the fact that the PCU prof once taught at the same California university as Emma before they both landed in Port Charles around the same time. While Emma noted it was just a fluke, Anna wasn't buying it. Emma has been quite fixated on Dalton and is bent on becoming his research assistant. Interestingly enough, new by WSB agent Jocelyn Jack, Eden McCoy is also fixed on this position, but that's because it's linked to her first mission. Could Emma and Joss's focus on Dalton just be a coincidence too? Is Emma a WSB agent? Could the agency have two agents working on the same job to ensure success? Is Joss Emma's backup? Emma got into a lot of trouble back in California, so the WSB may feel as if a plan B is needed as an insurance policy. Then again, it wouldn't be shocking if Jocelyn is being missiled by Jack Brennan. A while ago, Anna went to extreme lengths, tasing Brennan while warning him to stay away from her granddaughter. This may have been a too little too late threat. Perhaps Brennan already got to Emma and presented her a WSB deal. There's always the chance that she was recruited during her university stint in California too. Then again, what if Emma is a DVX agent? Emma has a number of reasons to hold a grudge against the WSB, so it wouldn't be shocking if she worked for DVX instead. Either way, Emma has super spy expertise in her genes, thanks to her grandmother Anna, grandfather Robert Scorpio, as well as her great-uncle Max Scorpio. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Nina Reeves' plan to break up Drew Kane and Willow Tate Corinthos may have worked like a charm. Hiring escort Jacinda to drug the congressman was executed flawlessly, but as fans know all too well, secrets never remain secrets for long. What will Willow say to her mom when she realizes what she did? General Hospital spoilers imply that Nina was very thorough in paying Jacinda off and sending her across the world so that she could never be found. Still, everyone knows that schemes like this can come back and bite soap characters in the butt. So what if Jacinda returns to Port Charles after she's spent the fortune Nina paid her? There's no way that the escort won't be looking for more money to stay quiet in the weeks or months ahead. As Portia Robinson helped out, and Brad Cooper did the dirty work of getting the drugs needed to create a loosey-goosey Drew, Jacinda may not be needed to return to expose Nina when all is said and done. Willow is bound to find out the extreme lengths Nina went through to bury Drew, and if she's still gaga over the congressman when she learns everything, then things will get ugly between the mother and daughter. What if Willow also finds out that Nina has been hiding her past encounter with Drew steamy sessions? The two shared why Drew was trying to seduce Willow. Willow may have 7 words that rock Nina. I no longer consider you my mother. There's no doubt that Willow will disown Nina, especially if Drew is the one to expose her for this crime. Especially if he can manipulate Willow into cutting her mother out of her life, as well as Wiley Corinthos's and Amelia Corinthos's lives, too. How bad will things get when Willow finds out the truth? Drop a comment below. Watch the ABC Soap Daily to catch all the drama in Port Charles, and visit this site, often for the best General Hospital news, updates, and spoilers. General Hospital star Finola Hughes comes across to ABC fans as a caring person. So it's no massive shock that she shared a sweet tribute after the passing of the iconic frontman of the Welsh rock band The Alarm. Read on to see what she said about the popular solo artist and band member. Fanola never misses an opportunity to be kind, it seems, and you might recall that she shouted out in support of Lynn Herring after the passing of Days of Our Lives star Wayne Northrup. This week, she sent her heartfelt condolences to the wife of Mike Peters, Jules, and his sons Dylan and Evan. After sharing some photos of the musician on May 1 on Instagram, the ABC star wrote, "Next, the real-life Anna Devane reminisced a bit, recalling a day that she spent with Mike decades ago." She added, "In North Wales many years ago, we talked about the future." Finally, she remembered him for his legacy, saying he lived life well. He made people happy with his music. Laura Wright, GA's Carly Corinthos, quickly responded to her friend's post, saying, "I'm so sorry, Xoxo." Others reacted to the news with shock and sadness. One of them wrote, "No way, I am a huge fan of The Alarm. Their music reminds me of 80s GH because I was always listening to their music during that time. May he rest in peace." When another follower wrote about Mike Peters, Fanola Hughes agreed that he was a lovely person. The commenter said, "I loved him. I met him in the early 80s when he was playing in Lay, and we hung out together for a couple of days. He was the sweetest, most thoughtful, charismatic, and talented man." Peters left a significant mark on the music scene of the 1980s and beyond. Even after The Alarm's initial split, he continued his musical journey both as a solo artist and later reformed the band. Beyond his music, Peters was also recognized for his humanitarian work as a co-founder of the Love Hope Strength Foundation, a charity dedicated to cancer support. His own long and public battle with various forms of cancer, for which he received an MBA in 2019, made his advocacy all the more impactful. Younger people might not recall Mike Peters well, but many fans of the daytime drama recall the era with fondness. Shout out in the comments below, and come back here often for all your General Hospital cast news and updates. General Hospital Spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for Friday, May 2, 2025. It shows teens drinking alcohol at a party. Meanwhile, Drew Kane gets the results of his drug test. Also, Carly Spencer confronts Nina Reeves. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in today's episode of the ABC soap opera. Fans know that Danny Morgan persuaded Rocco Falconeri to go to a college party with him. Standing with disposable cups in their hands, Danny says this is how they'd blend. Of course, fans know that something is going to happen. Over with Lulu Spencer, she demands answers from Dante Falconeri. The blonde wants to know why Brooke Lynn Quartermain's feelings matter more than hers. It is also teased that they have an emotional conversation. Although Lulu might be tempted to tell Dante the truth about the adoption, she likely keeps quiet a bit longer. General Hospital spoilers for today's episode reveal that Brooke Lynn will continue opening up to Tracy Quartermain. The matriarch asks BLQ if she regrets her decision. Elsewhere, Lois Cerullo warns Maxie Jones that BLQ is going to need her friendship. That same day, Maxie deals with an ultimatum from someone. Emma Scorpio Drake continues bonding with Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Carly sticks a recording in Nina's face and asks if she's responsible. Nina does debrief Carly, so she will admit how far she went to protect Willow Tate Corinthos. Speaking of Drew, he gets his drug test results from Isaiah Gannon. That could put Nina and Portia Robinson's plan in jeopardy. That means Brad Cooper will likely have to commit another test tampering act. Also, Max Scorpio learns of a crime. Does this have anything to do with Drew's drugging? It would be easy to see Drew ranting and raving, demanding someone investigate. Drew's entire world just got ripped from under him. Not only does he have a political career to salvage, but Drew is going to want to keep Willow. However, all of Drew's sins seem to be catching up to him. Will the drug test turn Drew into a victim in Willow's mind? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Here's what to expect at this year's Nurses' Ball. The Nurses' Ball is back on General Hospital. Here's what we know about GA's biggest event of the year. Hosted by Lucy Koh, the Nurses' Ball will begin on May 20, 2025. The ball usually spans about a week for viewers, but is only one day of drama for the people of Port Charles. Since its start in 1994, the GH Nurses' Ball raised money for HIV and AIDS after Robin was diagnosed with HIV and Stone died from the disease. The Nurses' Ball has never switched things up, but could this be the year they do? With GH's official invite stating a charitable event, and Lucy realizing thanks to the ball's generous backer Sidwell that HIV and AIDS doesn't need research funding anymore, could this be the year the ball changes charities? Lucy has set out for a long list of performers this year, starting with Trina and Kai. Trina's portrayer recently teased that she was recording a song at work, so it seems her performance is locked in. Meanwhile, Lucy promised Lucas he wouldn't have to perform, but only she knew she has her fingers crossed behind her back. Is GH gearing up to resurrect Magic Milo with Lucas? He could easily be joined on stage by the likes of his new beau Marco. Gio is also scheduled to perform a violin solo at the ball, and is being managed by Brooke Lynn, who he has no idea is his biological mother. Will that secret come out before or after he hits the stage? Port Charles is full of talent on and off screen, and one person who hasn't performed at a Nurses' Ball in decades is Jonathan Jackson's Lucky. Longtime viewers may remember his performances with Elizabeth and Luke, but now may be the time for the real-life musician to give Lucky a solo. Blaze has been on tour for months, but now that her half-brother has moved to Port Charles, she could make a surprise appearance at her old stomping grounds. It would certainly come as a shock to Christina to see her ex-girlfriend at the ball, especially after everything Christina has been through since their end-of-summer breakup. WXPC in Port Charles released a news report in which Lucy Koh teased some of the acts coming to the 2025 Nurses' Ball. Everyone is abuzz about this year's Nurses' Ball on General Hospital. As usual, Lucy Koh has been going around to everyone in Port Charles, telling them they will perform at the annual event with no exceptions. With everyone anticipating a fun, entertaining, and perhaps dramatic time, the show created its own fictional newscast to spread the word. A video titled Lucy Koh's Breaking News was posted on GH's official YouTube page. In it, ABC7 Los Angeles' entertainment reporter, George Pinacchio, appears as a parallel Earth version of himself anchoring for Port Charles' WXPC TV station. He states, "The General Hospital Nurses' Ball is back." After sitting out 2024, Port Charles' longest-running charity event returns next month, with plans to be bigger and better than ever. He then hands things over to another reporter who explains that Lucy will bring back the gala, but this time it will be underwritten by Jen Sidwell. It then cuts to Ms. Koh, who states, "It's the event of the season, of the century, and also, everybody gets involved for such a good cause, money, HIV/AIDS research, and care. We'll be calling you for some bucks, baby. I have some big plans for some people you're not usually going to see up there performing," Lucy continued. "They don't know it yet, so, they're going to perform for you, I promise." She was asked who would perform, and the plucky cosmetics maven responded, "Well, first, Lucky, Jonathan Jackson, obviously." She also mentioned there will be another Magic Milo performance. Lucy then teased, "I really want somebody that is so unexpected that it just takes your breath away. And I have some big plans, so just wait." The voiceover stated that the Nurses' Ball is set to kick off on May 20, to which Lucy stated, "May is perfect. That means the people can perhaps wear skimpier gowns because it'll be warm." She was then asked about which dresses Lucy would be wearing, and she remarked that she wouldn't reveal anything because, "I'll have to kill you if I tell you this secret. These gowns are top secret. No one sees them till the day, so shut your mouth." Gio might be caught in a war between his grandparents. Gio showed his angry face on General Hospital. Where will he land in a war between Tracy and Sunny? Laura told Tracy that she stands by Sunny because he is the devil they know, but Tracy disagrees. She is out to get the mob boss because of his crimes against her family, and she is ready to team up with anyone who will help her, even Drew. Gio adores his uncle Sunny, but he questioned Jason about his brother's murder. After Jason explained both sides of the story and why he aligned with Sunny, Gio may do the same. Sunny has been there for him throughout his life, and Gio won't abandon him that easily. Gio also has a strong bond with Tracy, but her vendetta will turn him off to her and the family, especially if she succeeds in taking Sunny down. Right now, he loves being part of the Q family, but he could easily join ranks with Sunny and Jason, and even leave the estate to live elsewhere. When Gio finally finds out that his bio parents are Brooklyn and Dante, he will understandably be upset because he has been lied to all his life. He will soon know that he is both Quartermain and a Corinthos. Uncle Sunny will become Grandpa Sunny. His grandma, Tracy, will be declaring war on his grandfather. Gio is likely to align with the man who was always there for him. Tracy's anger could cost her the grandson she never knew she had, and it could even threaten Brooklyn's relationship with her son. How far will Gio's anger take him? Will he take a page out of Jason's book and denounce the Qs? Let us know what you think will happen when everything is revealed in the comment section. Jocelyn enacts her plan to swipe Emma's flash drive at the beach party, while Nina brings Carly up to speed on Drew's antics, and Drew's test results are in. The next General Hospital spoilers video for Friday, May 2, 2025, shows Danny and Rocco facing potential trouble while Brooklyn fills Tracy in on her secret, and Mana debriefs Carly on why Drew went nuts. Lulu asks Dante, "Why are Brooklyn's needs more important than mine?" Meanwhile, Tracy asks Brooklyn, "Do you regret that choice?" Obviously, they have a heart-to-heart about what happened with BLQ's teen pregnancy. Lois tells Maxie, "I think she's gonna need a friend like you." Lois probably sees the writing on the wall that Brooklyn's coming unglued over her baby's secret. If anyone can help BLQ through this rough time, it's Maxie. While holding cups at the college kid beach party that they crashed, Danny tells Rocco, "This is how we blend." If they've got booze in those cups, there's trouble ahead. At the same party, Emma tells Gio, "I'm afraid of you," while Jocelyn says to someone, "Sounds great." Jo's plan to beat Emma for the research assistant position is well underway. Elsewhere, Carly holds up a phone, presumably with the viral Drew video on it, to Nina, and asks, "This was you, wasn't it?" The weekly teasers show that Nina debriefs with Carly, so it's going to be fun watching them die laughing from Nina's tale. Meanwhile, Azava tells Drew, "I have your test results. Ketamine can stay in one's blood for 3 days and last longer in hair and urine, but it all depends on the person's level of health and metabolism." Drew's in great shape, so hopefully the doctors don't detect the drug at all, and everyone resumes thinking he's just a cad. GH alum Ryan Pavey shares his surprising thoughts on returning to Hallmark Channel spoilers, and updates reveal 1 year ago, Ryan Pavey took a break from acting due to feeling burnt out with Hollywood and his mother's struggle with lung cancer. Recently, there are signs that the Unleashing Mr. Darcy star might come back to acting, as he has attended his first fan event in years. Over the past year, he has frequently posted images from the beach, along with stunning pieces of jewelry available on his website. However, the former General Hospital star recently offered an unexpected reply to a fan inquiry about his potential return to Hallmark. What did he reveal? He just wrapped up a 2-day fan gathering in the San Diego region and is now gearing up for a Christmas-themed fan event. On Instagram, he revealed a promotional poster featuring himself alongside Ariel Kebbel and Chad Michael Murray for the upcoming Christmas in a Small Town. It was clearly an opportune moment to discuss Ryan's return to acting. Recently, attending a Christmas movie fan event has been Ryan Pavey's most significant foray into the world of acting in quite a while. Consequently, a brave fan seized the moment to ask what many had been wondering. "Ryan, does this mean you're coming back to Hallmark? We've really missed you." Ryan responded positively, saying, "That's a question for them, haha. I'll try to track down a familiar face to chat with. You never know, it's worth a try." This sparked a flurry of inquiries. It has been a year and a half since Hallmark aired a Ryan Pavey film, and his fans are eager for updates. One fan sought clarification, asking, "That's fantastic. Are you indicating that you'll be returning to Hallmark, or are you just taking your time for now?" He responded and reiterated, "That decision isn't mine to make. I'd love to work on a film occasionally if they're interested." He also mentioned that the meet and greet event in July is not connected to the Feel Good Network, although it's worth noting that he has exclusively starred in Hallmark romantic comedies. It may actually be the ideal time for Ryan to approach the higher-ups at the network. During her time as CEO, Wonya Lucas didn't fully utilize Ryan's talents. Additionally, last year during Loveuary, fans expressed their frustration. They wanted to see Donovan Darcy when Hallmark failed to produce a third Mr. Darcy film in their Jane Austen series. With a new executive team in place, they might consider reintroducing Ryan Pavey. In 2025, there was a noticeable shortage of Hallmark heartthrobs, as Tyler Hynes appeared in 6 films and Andrew Walker in 5. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.